Rather, it was singing. Traditional folk songs galvanised the Baltic independence movement, which became known as the Singing Revolution. Damien McGuinness reports from the Estonian capital, Tallinn.
It's partly thanks to song festivals like these that Estonia today is independent. During the Soviet occupation, they were one of the few places where Estonians were allowed to gather. And singing, instead of fighting for freedom, kept the revolution peaceful.
Letting your feelings out, not in the streets, or beating up your enemies or supposed enemies, but just coming together and doing something positive.
Rina was one of the first to publicly sing songs calling for freedom. She says music attracted international attention and bypassed Soviet censorship.
Repressive regimes can easily burn books, but it's impossible to stop people singing.
Many see parallels between the Baltic experience 20 years ago and the Arab Spring today. According to Estonia's president, for democracy to take hold, it's crucial to avoid revenge.
Successful revolution leads to people who win wanting to get the people who did them in before. You want to break the cycle of violence.
It was on this stage that Estonia's fight for freedom began. In 1988, a quarter of the population gathered here to sing for independence. 3 years later, the country had achieved that goal and declared independence. Now, the young people singing here today weren't even born then, but these songs are for them a vivid and emotional reminder of their country's struggle for independence. Damien McGuinness, BBC News, Tallinn.
Finally, more than 23,000 people have been moved to support a Facebook campaign in support of a runaway cow. Yvonne escaped from a farm in southern Germany. She had a near collision with a police car. She survived it and has now been on the run since May. The leading German newspaper Bild has offered a €10,000 reward for anyone who helps find out where she is, and she's even inspired a hit song called You Wild Cow. Get your headlines online with our 1-minute news summary. Watch the news unfold at bbc.com/news. Our top story on the website, the protests continuing outside the Israeli embassy in Cairo following Egypt's decision to withdraw its ambassador from Israel after the deaths of 5 Egyptian security personnel on the country's shared border. bbc.com/news is our website. Thanks very much for your company.